Hello my wonderful people, how are we all doing? Welcome to my channel Chi Boss. So today I'll be putting you guys through step by step how to go about the cutting and the sewing of this beautiful flared skirt with elastic waistband on it. And in my next tutorial I'll be putting you guys through how to go about the cutting and the sewing of the top using this lemon green materials on top of the mannequin. Can you see that? All I ask of you is to just give me thumbs up, like and comment and share my videos. I really love and appreciate that, so that it will go a long way for me. So this is the material I'll be working with. This material is not big enough. It is 2 yards and 24 inches for the skirt. Okay, so if you are a plus size person, or if your hip is about 40, 45, 46, 47 upward, okay, you have to be making use of 3 yards and a half. Okay, from 3 yards and a half is what you'll be working with. Okay, but because what helped me here is that I am working with the hip of 38 and the waist of 34 and the length of 33. That is what actually helped me here. Okay, so if your hip is way bigger than this and the length is way bigger than this, so you go ahead and make use of 3.5 yards inches up, 3.5 yards upward. Okay, so I've gone ahead to fold the material. You fold it into 2 equal parts first and pick from the left hand side of the end of the material and the right hand side, and lay it to be equal with the end of the material, that as in with the open part. Just lay it to be equal with the open parts. Then I'm going ahead to minus my 2 inches for elastic for the waistband. Okay, it's going to have extra waistband. It's going to have an extra band on it attached to it. So I'm going ahead to locate my length of 33 inches and plus 2 inches extra for joining of the waistband and the hemming. Okay, now where this length stop, where the length of the skirt stop now is the radius of the skirt. That is what, now place your tape from where it stop and go round of it and be marking whatever number you see from the tip. Now, like now, this is 11.5. Now use it to mark it round as the radius of the skirt. Remember that this radius of the skirt now is the hip measurement that I'm using here. I use a hip of 38 inches. Okay, because since the skirt is going to be passing through your hip, so it has to be at least equal with your hip, or 2 inches way much bigger than your hip. Okay, because by the time, but in this case now, this is hip of 38 plus 3 inches, because I'll be joining 2 inches at the, I'll be using half inches to join it at the back. That is 1 inches for the back now. So the other extra 2 inches, by the time I put elastic, it is going to hold it together. Okay, now go ahead and use your hip measurement to do the marking, since it's going to pass through your hip. But if it's a skirt that's going to have lining, that's going to have zip, okay, you go ahead and use your waist measurement to mark it, because since the zip will be open for the skirt to pass through your hip, so it's okay if you use your waist measurement, because it's going to have zip. But for this one, it's going to have elastic. Okay, so you go ahead and use hip measurement. By the time you put elastic, it's going to compress it. I say compress. It's going to gather it in a way that it will still pass your hip and it will still sit perfectly on your waist. I hope you're cleared. I hope you understand what I'm trying to analyze like this now. I hope you understand me. So I've gone ahead to place my tape now at the end tip of this material now, at the triangular tip. Then the end of the tape, where the 1 inch of the tape start, that is the end of the tape now. That's the beginning of this tape now. The beginning now, this place that I'm pointing at you now, is where the skirt length stopped. Okay, so the beginning of that tape now is where I am marking as the length. Okay, so you go ahead and pin it like this. But if you know that you can actually mark yours without it moving up and down, go ahead and be placing it and be marking it. But just the easiest way is just pin it down and just be marking it. So go ahead and connect all the lines together, like you can see me doing like this. Go ahead and connect all the lines together. Okay, then I don't pin it and now cut out the radius. Okay, you can see what I'm kind of trying to analyze to you, to show you that I'm using the hip measurement. Don't make the mistake of cutting your skirt that will not have zipper, or any dress that will not have zipper, you'll be using your waist measurement to cut it. No, because I made this kind of mistake when I was learning work. Okay. So you have to consider the fact that it's going to pass through your hip. Unless I know why I'm emphasizing on this. I know why I'm emphasizing on this. Just take your time and listen to what I'm saying, then you will understand what I'm talking about. So now, unless it is going to have zipper, then you can go ahead and use your waist to cut it out. I hope I'm cleared. I hope you're cleared. Okay. So now I've gone ahead to cut it out from the material. Okay, I've gone ahead. So I'm trying to kind of show you what the length, the total length of the waist now will be. Okay, by the time you now put rubber, that's the band now, it is going to now do justice to it by gathering it according to the way it will pass through your waist, your hip, and also be perfect on your waist. Do you understand me now? So now, have you seen it now? Have you seen it? So the next thing you go ahead to do is that you will go ahead and cut the and slide open this pocket side, because it's going to have pocket at the side. You have to measure 3 inches from the tip and mark it. Then 6.5 inches is what I've measured so far. I mark it. Then extra 3 inches. Okay, because you first of all sew the 3 inches. Okay. By the time you slit it open, the next place you're going to sew is the 3 inches. You can see that I've cut out the side now for the 2 sides of the pockets, and I'll go ahead and fold it and keep it and work on other things. Okay, please do well to give me thumbs up. I am begging people in the name of God. Give me thumbs up, please. Like, comment, share, and I will love you guys. I hope it's because I know you love me so much. I know you love me. I know that you love me. There is no doubt about it. So if you love me, please help and make my ministry to grow. Help my ministry to grow. If you give me thumbs up and love and share and like and comment, it will help her. It will be recommended to other people that need it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to cut out the pocket from the pieces that I cut out from the radius of the skirt. Okay, now, and I'm also gonna have to sew the sides. Okay, like I said earlier on, I'm going to sew 3 inches from the two sides now. 3 inches. Then, and I'll go ahead and jump 6 inches. I want to jump 6 inches and sew and close the down part of it as well. Okay, have you seen it? And then I'm going ahead now to close the down part of it. Have you seen it now? Close it. Then, and also attach the pocket. Have you seen that I've attached the pocket? I'm also going to have to do the same thing on the other side of the material. Okay, now to get the waistband of this skirt, what I'm going to have to do is to cut 4 inches width of the band. To get the band of the skirt, I went ahead to cut the band, the 4 inches width of the and wideness of the elastic of the that will be on the waist of the skirt, and I used a total length of 47 inches. Okay, the reason is by the time you put your rubber, by the time you put your elastic, it's going to gather together. It will now, the rubber will do justice to it and gather it together. So, and I'll be using a elastic waistband of 27 inches. Okay, yeah, I'll be using 27 inches. If you are 40, 45 hip, 40, 42, you can use 30 inches. Okay, yeah, because 32 will pass through your hip. Then according to the size of your hip is the way you will add what you'll be using, but you're not using the exact measurement of that elastic. Okay, so I'll go ahead and sew 1/4 inch on the tip of this material and sew 1 inches. Okay, because I'm using 1.5 inches because I'm using a 1 inch elastic rubber, as you can see here. Can you see it? I use 1 inches elastic rubber here. Now I'll go ahead and top sew on it. Just what I'm showing you. I will stretch it. I will go ahead and stretch it and top sew. Okay, I'm trying to analyze to you the way you need to be sewing on top of it. The reason is, have you seen it? You go sew on top of it. The reason is so that the rubber will not be moving moving and be twisting. Sometimes your elastic will just be twisted to twist. Have you seen? I've gone ahead to sew it now. Have you seen the middle part of it now? So go ahead and secure it. It won't be moving. Okay. Have you seen it now? Done sewing it. The next thing you go ahead to do now is to hold it together, as in fold it into two parts. Okay, fold it into two and get the point of the elastic of the rubber. Get the midpoint and give it a notch, and also get of your skirt, the midpoint of the skirt as well, and give it a notch. The reason is so that when you want to insert, when you want your rubber now, the waist, it will not be like your cheat side. You can't be cheating the other side, and that side will be longer than the other side, or you run out of because the other one is way more than that one, and you're looking for a way to complete it. So that is to do notches versus middle versus middle. And with this, when you are attached, it is going to going to give you the accurate. Just going to, everything will just be okay because everything is accurate. The measurements are accurate. So go ahead and do the notching and begin to pin it together. You pin it together. So I went ahead to pin it together, and when you pin it down, it will be much more easier for you. When you're sewing, you will notice that the band is smaller than the waist. You'll be pulling the elastic, the rubber band on its own. Just be pulling it so that it will now all the material now will now it will accommodate all the material. Okay, go ahead and have you seen it now? Go ahead and drag and be sewing it. Then have you seen what it like after I was done pinning it? See, so pin it and go ahead and have you seen it? So now I'm going to sew it, and this is what it looks like. Have you seen it? So now go ahead and unpin whatever that you remove the pins that you've already used to hold it back. So because of the camera, I went ahead and cut the lining. Okay, I'm also gonna head to pin it, like you can see. So I went ahead to pin the line, and as I'm pinning the line, we'll also be putting some plating on it. I'll be plating it so that everything will now enter, everything will now be perfect the way they are supposed to be. So I went ahead and sew it and turn it. Have you seen what it looks like? So I'm using it to close the waist, and this is what our skirting like. Okay, have you seen what our skirt is looking like? It looks so beautiful. It can size someone with a hip of 40, 41, okay, and someone with a hip of 38, 36, 34, even 3. Okay, so have you seen the good thing about the skirt of this skirt? Please don't forget to give me thumbs up, like,